everyone. I am Natalia Bilbao, and here's what's happening in LA this week. We've all seen the movie with a cool underground party in an abandoned building, but reality may not be as fun. The Los Angeles Police Department warns of the many hidden dangers in these parties, pointing out that the one thing they have in common is that safety isn't a priority.
On January 1st, there was an underground party that was taking place on New Year's Day. Two different factions showed up, fight broke out, next thing you know, shots were fired, and a lot of people suffered gunshot wounds from that party. That was an underground, unpermitted warehouse party.
So people often wonder, what does this underground rave look like? You might think like it's really bright and glow sticks and everything going on, but in reality, they're often covert, they're quiet, they're trying to be hidden. You might get a promoter, they're more worried about the money than they are about the safety. They're looking to find buildings in Los Angeles that are abandoned, that a fire inspector hasn't been able to go through and look at to ensure safety, to ensure there's proper exits, that they're not overcrowded, that things are blocked. If there is a problem and people get scared and they're running and they're going to have a bottleneck, trample, fall on each other, and they can't get out because there's too many people, and that's where we start to see the deaths and injuries.
What makes these underground parties so dangerous in the community is that most people, when they attend these parties, they don't know exactly what they're going to. You're just going there to have a good time. You're just going there to hang out with your friends. Maybe you don't want to pay the big club prices, so you're looking for a fairer price to pay. But at what cost? It's not worth your life. The people that sometimes attend these events are also doing drug sales inside there. Sometimes there's cartels involved, or second string cartels that are involved. Sometimes the gangs are putting them on. But the drugs that are coming in there, they could be cut different ways. Say the drug, whatever they might be purchasing, maybe marijuana, cocaine. We're seeing a huge increase of that being cut with fentanyl. And that being touched or being ingested, I should say, could be a real danger for the person that thinks they're buying a certain narcotic and they're getting something else. And here in Central Division alone, just in the last year, we've had 150 overdoses. And it goes to the real alarm that people just don't know what they're buying out on the street right now. So the best way to tell if a party is legal or illegal is to simply look at the invitation. Most legit parties will have a sponsor or promoter, and they'll have a way that if you don't want to go to the event, you can get your money back. Also, you might want to go ahead and do a Google search of the facility that you're going to, and you see there's nothing around there. There's not even any other restaurants open. There's no other clubs open in the area. That might be a good indicator that it's being operated illegitimately.
Most of the time you don't care, you want to go and have fun. We understand that until there's a problem. And when there's a problem and you have to get out quick and you can't, is where we see people die.
We ask that you contact us. You can even stay anonymous by calling the Crime Stoppers, letting us know, and let us do our job.
Like many TV shows you know, the New York scenes in Seinfeld were actually filmed in LA at the Radford Studio Center. LA Mayor Karen Bass, city leaders, and union representatives gathered at this classic studio lot to celebrate the sizable renovation it will undergo to continue making TV and movie hits.
We're here at the Radford Studios in Studio City. This is the studio that Studio City was named after. Now it's ready to go into its next generation of servicing the entertainment industry of the 21st century. And I'm so pleased that Hackman Capital has purchased this facility, is investing in upgrading it, so we'll have world-class production going on here, and at the same time, preserving all that's historic and best about this really important community asset.
This is a fantastic agreement to show union support for this project and ensure that the future of our entertainment industry is built by Angelinos, built by the brothers and sisters of our local unions here in Los Angeles, to ensure that they can make family supporting wages and keep the entertainment industry here in LA.
The entertainment industry is one of the foundations of our local economy. And you know what? If you don't invest in your foundation, pretty soon that foundation can leave and go to other cities and go to other states. So after the long strike last year, the hit on the local economy, it is very exciting that the industry is back. And now it's our job to make sure that it expands even further.
People come here from all over the world because of their association between Los Angeles and the entertainment industry. And today's announcement is just the next step forward in that, by ensuring that we're going to have the world-class studio facilities that we need to allow that production to continue to stay here in LA.
There's something incredibly soothing about feeling the ocean breeze. Neighbors and community organizations came together for the Wilmington Waterfront Promenade grand opening, where Angelenos will be able to enjoy so much more than sea views and the ocean breeze.
Wilmington now has green space for the community to enjoy and an up-close look at our magnificent port.
Today we held the grand opening of the Wilmington Waterfront Promenade. This grand opening was not just about the port. We pulled in community resources and community members. We had a village, a market village. We had the Wilmington YMCA getting us pumped up and doing some exercising, so we had them. We had the Wilmington Neighborhood Council participating, the teen center, so just a little bit of everything.
$77 million investment in this beautiful space that creates really enjoyable recreational space and access to the water. And as we move around the harbor, we want to link all of this all the way around so San Pedro and Wilmington have this continuous access. We're creating equity and an opportunity for everyone to enjoy these beautiful assets on the LA waterfront.
Was a community celebration. Now that the fence is down, now that the grand opening is complete, we invite all of the region to come out, visit this site, get inspired. You get to see an active, busy port in action while at the same time enjoying this magnificent view. The residents, the community, come on out and enjoy it.
Discover all the events and programs taking place in the harbor area by visiting cd15.lacity.gov. With the recent storm, all we're thinking about is staying dry. But once summer is here, we'll be dreaming of diving into a pool. Councilwoman Monica Rodriguez recently celebrated the groundbreaking of the Verdugo Hills Pool and Bathhouse upgrades, a cool place for the community to gather and swim.
So today we're at the Verdugo Hills Pool and Bathhouse, which is located in our beautiful Sunland Tujunga community. And we are breaking ground on a project that is about 20 years in the making. After many years of delays, shortfalls in the costs of fulfilling the project, I have been working very closely to help close all those financial gaps that we're now finally able to break ground and deliver on a $9.4 million improvement and renovation of both the pool and the bathhouse.
The swimming pool closed in 2019, right before the pandemic. It's what we call a seasonal pool. So generally, these types of pools are only open during the summer. As part of the renovation, it's gonna provide about just over $9 million in renovation, which includes shade structures, upgraded amenities, as well as what we call winterization. What that means is that the pool will be heated so that we'll be able to open this pool on a year-round basis.
The San Fernando Valley runs a little hot, and we all need a reprieve from that summer heat, and so the renovation of this pool is going to provide a much needed asset and amenity for the community to use. We want to make sure that people have water safety skills, but that they have that relief from the summer heat. Unfortunately, because of the conditions of the pool, it was unusable even through the last summer, but now we're going to get this project moving and get it going and get it ready for summer use in about a year.
Well, this project is just the beginning for Sunland Tahunga, and this is just a validation that we matter, and we're going to bring movie nights, hopefully, and bring the community together. I actually used this pool as a child, so to have my children use the pool is actually a blessing. We need more places like this to come together and celebrate life and community.
Just very excited that we're finally able to fulfill this long overdue commitment to the community, and I'm proud to be able to be the one to do that for them.
LA City Controller tax settlement announcement, Circle program expansion to the harbor area, and permanent alfresco dining applications open. These stories up next on City Beat.
As tax season begins, Los Angeles City Attorney Heidi Feldstein Soto announced a $1.6 million settlement with H&R Block, a tax preparation service. The civil enforcement action against HRB Digital LLC and HRB Tax Group Incorporated returns monies to California customers who paid but were eligible to file their taxes for free. Customers eligible for restitution will be contacted by a third-party administrator, notifying them about the settlement and options for receiving payment. Feldstein Soto reminds taxpayers that for 2023, if your adjusted gross income is $79,000 or less, you are eligible to use IRS Free File for your federal tax return. For more information, please visit cityattorney.lacity.gov. The Crisis and Incident Response through Community-Led Engagement, CIRCLE program is expanding to include the harbor area. Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass and Councilmember Tim McCosker announced that the CIRCLE program will expand into Harbor Gateway, Harbor City, Wilmington, and San Pedro. CIRCLE is a 24/7 unarmed response program that deploys a team of mental health professionals to address nonviolent LAPD calls related to unhoused Angelenos. In the last fiscal year, 8,763 calls were made to the CIRCLE program with an average response time of less than 26 minutes. The CIRCLE program operates within the Mayor's Office of Community Safety, created to prevent crime and violence using community-based strategies. To access the CIRCLE program, please call the non-emergency police line at 877-275-5273. Applications for the new permanent al fresco dining program are now open for Los Angeles restaurant owners. LA's al fresco dining launched in May 2020 during the pandemic as a temporary program, allowing dining on private property, sidewalks, and streets. Temporary authorizations will expire on July 31st, 2024, and the application process for permanent al fresco dining is now open. To maintain daily operations, early application is advised as the review and inspection process may take time before a permit is granted. For more information on the permanent al fresco dining program, go to buildla.lacity.org.
Los Angeles is the world capital of TV and film, but talent can also be discovered on our city's stages. The Tasco Theater, a historic building, now boasts renovated facilities offering a community theater and versatile space for everyone to express their artistic side. Check it out.
We are at the official opening of the Tasco Community Theater here in Canoga Park, which is in the West San Fernando Valley. We have transformed a property that at one point was a Masonic Lodge, then it was a community theater, and it was going to be lost to development. But it's this incredible historic building that also had served the community for so many years. And as a city, we were able to acquire it and transform it into this community theater.
And this theater is so important. It is really unique because it is truly a versatile open space. We have the space that we're standing in here that can be used for community groups. It can also be used for a place to exhibit artwork. And then we have the Black Box Theater, which has a sprung dance floor and opportunities for dancers and actors and performance troupes to be able to come in and use the space.
Having the community come out and show its support with their enthusiasm and to come out and help us with volunteering and to help us at all of the other events has meant so much to all of us. This space was not very active and really hadn't been used this way before, and it is alive. There are kids, there are performers, we have the cars out front, so it's a feeling of really being a home base for the arts and culture here in the Canoga Park Arts District.
I grew up in the city of Canoga Park. Seeing something like this for the kids of the community, I would have wished that it would have been around when I was growing up. The artwork, the performances, the people, just seeing so many different types of people that came to support this. It's amazing. It's really nice.
We know that economic development and community revitalization is linked to the arts, especially here in Canoga Park, where the arts are such an important part of the community. It's important to have a theater like this that can be a gem for the community, can serve everyone who lives in this area.
The Tasco Theater isn't the only place showing off our city's artistic diversity. Stick around for our story about a new mural gracing North Hollywood. Many more Angelenos will be able to communicate directly with the office of our Mayor, Karen Bass, as the office is now on social media in Spanish. This allows for everyone to stay up to date with city issues and ensures that no information gets lost in translation.
Para la alcaldesa Karen Bass es muy importante tener redes sociales en español porque ella está al tanto que los angelinos somos el 49% de la población y de ese 49%, 48% habla español en sus casas. Entonces la alcaldesa está muy al tanto de que tiene un gran número de sus electores que reciben y consumen información en español. Así es que ella ha decidido que es muy importante hacer lo mismo, comunicarse con ellos en español para que se sientan incluidos y también escuchados. También, desafortunadamente, el 44% de las personas indigentes, las personas que no tienen hogar, también son latinos. Y entonces para nosotros es muy importante comunicarnos con ellos y con sus familias para que estén al tanto de los recursos que hay disponibles a su alcance para que puedan ser albergados. Muchas veces las personas no reciben o no solicitan estos servicios debido a la falta de esta información en su idioma, pero esta ya no será más el caso. El tipo de información que nuestros seguidores pueden obtener en estas redes sociales va a ser lo que yo llamo noticias que puedes utilizar, noticias prácticas, como cómo acceder a los servicios de la ciudad, desde qué debo hacer para que reparen un bache hasta qué debo hacer para que reparen un poste de la luz. En el caso de un incendio, en el caso de una ola de calor, en el caso de un terremoto o inclusive en el caso de que una autopista esté cerrada por cualquier motivo. Y además pueden encontrar información muy importante sobre qué tipo de trabajo está haciendo la alcaldesa Bass para alojar a nuestros vecinos que no tienen hogar, así como qué está haciendo para mantener seguros a todos los angelinos. Toda esa información de qué hacer, dónde pedir ayuda, la pueden encontrar en estas tres páginas sociales siguiendo @alcaldesadla para Facebook, Instagram y Twitter, que ahora se conoce con el nombre de X.
In its continued effort to make Los Angeles a greener city, the Bureau of Street Lighting has introduced a solar light pilot program in a designated test area. Let's take a look at how this department is shining a light on the benefits of solar energy.
The Bureau of Street Lighting maintains, designs, operates, and constructs around 223,000 lights, and this is around 2/3 of LA being illuminated. Our main objective is to keep the lights on, and this has been challenging because of the rise in vandalism and theft.
So currently in this Van Nuys neighborhood, we are testing the solar lighting to test the durability and the resiliency of the solar lighting system. So BSL has been testing and piloting solar lighting at a smaller scale. So we felt it was necessary to find a larger pilot area to really test the resiliency and durability of the street lighting systems that we're installing.
Studies have shown that crime can be reduced by 36% when adequate lighting is provided. On top of that, solar street lighting can contribute to the elimination of power theft and wire theft that has been happening around the area. A third reason is sustainability and renewable energy that we are using to make LA greener.
As of today, a total of 68 solar lights have been installed in this pilot area, but we have allocated a total of 106. We have to make sure that the system that we're currently piloting does hold up to our standard. We have to ensure that it's sustainable and resilient. Furthermore, the upfront cost is more expensive than the traditional street light. We would require more funding before we roll this out citywide. For anyone else who would like additional information on what our Bureau does, you can find us on our website, which is bsl.lacity.org. You could also find us on Instagram and Facebook at LA Streetlights or LA Lights.
From performing to visual arts, Los Angeles is home to many creatives, some of whom are turning our streets into outdoor art exhibitions. The neighbors of North Hollywood welcomed a new mural which highlights the Tongva people and their story.
We're here in the NoHo Arts District, and we're here to cut the ribbon on another incredible new edition of public art. It's in the perfect place, being here in the NoHo Arts District, uplifting the creative, artistic vibe that we have here in this part of NoHo. The title of this mural is Still Here After 10,000 Years. And the point really was, yes, the Tongva have a very ancient, very long history here, but they're not just a part of history. They're also part of our community and our city today.
Muralism is an organization that's dedicated to hiring people with special needs. We train them, we hire them, and then we paint murals like this. So they're learning to work by doing something they love to do. You know, a lot of people that come by the mural say, what's Tongva?
On the mural happens to be an image of myself and my daughter and a beautiful Tongva village. It's kind of exciting. This is the first mural that I know of that we're on, and I know that a lot of people are focusing attention to the Tongva people nowadays. They're starting to really acknowledge us. We've been erased from history for so long on our own lands that this is really a land acknowledgement, right? It's more than words. It's an action that shows that we're still here. It's time for us to be brought to the table when we're talking about really important issues around the city.
Murals are part of the fabric of our great city. Murals tell the story, murals build the history. They're a source of community strength and community support and community well-being. And this mural is certainly not an exception to that. It involved the community, it involved the neighborhood council, and it really strived to recognize the roots of where we are and the land that we stand on.
In our feature story this week, our own Anita Bennett sits down with LAPD Chief Michael Moore in light of his upcoming retirement. He notes what he's most proud of and shares a message of gratitude and hope for Angelenos. Let's hear this story.
After over 40 years with the LAPD and the last 5 years as chief, Michael Moore is retiring. So what's next for the chief and why now? He's here to tell us. Chief Michael Moore, thank you so much for joining us.
Hello, thank you for having me here.
Yeah, so why now after you accepted a second term?
Well, the timing is right for me, for my family, but also I think for the city. With Mayor Bass's election, we sat down and met, talked, discussed the needs of the city, what her ambition, her goals were, and what mine and where I saw the city and the department and what our needs were, and they absolutely aligned. And so I sought a second term, and she was gracious enough working with the Board of Police Commissioners to prove that, and she agreed with that. But even then I said that this would not be a full 5 years. And when I provided an exit strategy, I didn't want to say it's going to be a year. I wanted to say 2 or 3 years because I wanted the organization to remain stable. It's never the right time, or it's never a good time, but it's always the right time, has been said. And I thought, now is the right time.
What message do you want to send to Angelenos as you leave the department?
So I would ask them to have a forgiving sense, recognize we are human, that we have limitations, that our efforts are genuine, that when we come into situations that are not of our making, that we have only certain capabilities. We don't always get it right, but part of that reconciliation is that today I think policing is more able to acknowledge that. It is a genuine profession of service, of dedication, of honor, and of integrity, and I think in working together, we'll have a safer Los Angeles.
What else are you proud of?
Proud of the people side. This is a people business. The diversity, we have deepened our ranks with women taking on command and senior positions within the organization. We've deepened our ranks with equity and inclusion of people from all walks of life being a member of this organization and a valued member. I believe that our trust in our community of the police has improved in my time, that our interactions with them in demonstrating our commitment to community policing principles has deepened and emboldened, and the wellness and well-being of our people. We've done everything we can in the most troubling and trying and dangerous time in our history to protect them and to serve them. And then lastly, the stage is set with strategic plans and initiatives that are well on their way to address the full component of what it takes to keep Los Angeles safe. And with that, it is now time to say thank you. It's been a privilege of a lifetime.
All right, well, Chief Michael Moore, thank you so much for being here. We wish you well in the future as you embark on your retirement.
Thank you.
All righty.
In this week's Things to Do, enjoy the Golden Dragon Lunar New Year Parade, attend the African American Trailblazers Award reception, and bring your kids to Marcus Miller's Drums. All this up next on Things to Do.
Join the fun to mark the Lunar New Year at the 125th Golden Dragon Parade in LA's Chinatown. Hosted by the Chinese Chamber of Commerce of Los Angeles, everyone is invited to the celebration. Thousands of spectators will line the parade route to catch sight of the lion dancers, musicians, bands, performers, and more. The parade will include the newly crowned Miss Chinatown LA 2024, Kelly Chin, and her royal court. See the parade along 5 city street blocks from North Broadway to Hill Street. This family-friendly event is free and open to the public. The 125th Golden Dragon Parade takes place on Saturday, February 17th at 1 p.m. For more information, visit lachinesechamber.org. Join El Pueblo de Los Angeles and our Authors Study Club at a reception to honor local artist Mark Stephen Greenfield with the Trailblazer Award. In keeping with this year's African American History Month theme of African Americans and the arts, this year's Trailblazer Award will be presented to visual artist Mark Stephen Greenfield. Greenfield's work is internationally acclaimed and deals with the effects of stereotypes on American culture. His most recent work looks at the Black Madonna and Black Saints. The African American Trailblazers Award reception takes place at the historic Pico House on Thursday, February 15th at 7 p.m. For more information and to book your ticket, see the events section on our Authors Study Club LA website at oascla.org. Here's a chance for children to celebrate African American History Month with a very hands-on event. Los Angeles Public Library invites children from ages 3 to 11 to join Grammy-nominated musician Marcus Miller to learn about drumming. This one promises to be loud. It's an interactive experience at the Central Library's Mark Tabor Auditorium. Don't miss out on Marcus Miller's Drums on Saturday, February 17th at 2 p.m. For more information, visit lapl.org/events. And that's a look at some things to do.
And that's all for this week. I'm Natalia Bilbao, and from all of us here at LA This Week, thank you so much for joining us. Remember that you can watch us online anytime at lacityview.org, and we're also on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube. See you next time for more LA This Week.